Why the Vatican Museums are worth your time, even if you're in a hurry. The Vatican Museums are a cultural treasure that deserve a spot on every world traveler's itinerary. Housing an impressive collection of arts and artifacts, it is a place where history and beauty collide. Join Nancy and I as I challenge ourselves to explore the Vatican Museums in just a couple of hours and show you why it is a must-visit destination for any tourist to Rome, Italy, even when you're short of time.
Hi, it's Dan from Nancy and Dan Travel. Today, part 2 of our two-part series on the Vatican Museums and how they are not just any ordinary tourist attraction, and why they are worth spending even just a couple of hours of your valuable time when on vacation in Rome, Italy on adults only or seniors vacation.
When visiting the Vatican Museums, many of us face a common challenge: limited time. With an overwhelming amount of exhibits to cover, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and worried about missing out on key pieces. I totally get it. You look at the map and it's like, where do I even start? That is where a guided tour comes in. Let your experienced guide do the work for you, especially when you are short of time, as Nancy and I did.
And as you're watching this video, if you're enjoying it and learning something from it, please do consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to our Nancy and Dan Travel the World channel for adults and seniors. In part 1 of this two-part series, we covered the first 5 of the 10 reasons why spending time visiting the Vatican Museums is so worth it.
Reason number 1, location. Reason number 2, great tour guides, if you know where to find them. Reason number 3, tours that actually start before or at the actual opening time. Reason number 4, you do not have to be an art expert. Reason number 5, it is not overcrowded inside.
The Vatican Museum has some must-see highlights that you just cannot miss. Of course, there's the Sistine Chapel, Michelangelo's masterpiece. The vibrant colors, the details will leave you awestruck. Sadly, of course, there is no filming or photography allowed of any type inside the Sistine Chapel. Let's continue now with part 2 of our two-part series on the 10 reasons why spending even just a couple of hours visiting the Vatican Museums on your next trip to Rome, Italy is so worth it. Remember, you will see in this video much of what Nancy and I saw. You'll be right beside us on our guided tour of the Vatican Museums. Reason number 6, size.
One of the most surprising things about the Vatican Museums are the depth of its collections. It is not just about the big ticket items. There are so many hidden gems waiting to be discovered. There are approximately 70,000 pieces of art, of which about 20,000 are on display at any one point in time. In more than 1,400 rooms amongst the 54 different Vatican museums. You could literally spend days and weeks here if you had the time.
Reason number 7 why visiting the Vatican Museums is so worth it: the culture.
What is culture? Google's artificial intelligence defines culture as a concept that encompasses the social behavior, institutions, and norms of a society or social group. Google's artificial intelligence continues to define culture that it includes knowledge, beliefs, arts, laws, customs, capabilities, and habits of the individuals in those groups. Culture can also be defined as the ways of life, including arts, beliefs, and institutions of a population that are passed down from generation to generation.
Reason number 8, while visiting the Vatican Museums on your next trip to Rome is so worth it: the history.
The museums have a way of transcending time and space, evoking emotions and sparking curiosity even in the most skeptical of visitors. And let's not forget the Gallery of Maps, which is often overlooked but absolutely fascinating. It is a visual representation of how our understanding of the world has evolved over time. From ancient cartography to modern-day navigation, it is a journey through the ages. It is a place where art and history truly come alive, where you can connect with the past on a much deeper level. And that's what makes it so impactful. The Vatican Museums are not just another museum. They are an experience.
Reason number 9, religion.
This is an obvious one, yet if you are of the Christian faith, then you will be overjoyed with the religious paintings and sculptures you will experience here. If you are not of the Christian faith, we found that the other aspects of Vatican Museum's collections, from the historical to the architectural to the cultural, are reasons enough to spend even a short time.
Where there are messes, so usually it's a small heart inside. I'm going to show you Basilica.
Reason number 10, the splendor of the architecture.
Throughout the Vatican Museums, you will see stunning flooring, some of which we have already seen. Incredible ceilings with different types of art inserted therein. Nooks built into the walls and ceilings filled with different sculptures.
And bonus reason on why visiting the Vatican Museums on your next adult or seniors trip to Rome, Italy is so worth it? You can experience more, much more than enough, on simply visiting for a couple of hours.
The guided tour that Nancy and I went on through the tour company called Live Tours was a total of 4 hours, which included 90 minutes at St. Peter's Basilica, which meant the first 2.5 hours were saved for the Vatican Museums and the Sistine Chapel combined. And since we were the third tour group led inside first thing in the morning when it opened, there were no crowds or other tourists to slow us down at all.
So, have we convinced you that spending a few hours on a guided tour of the Vatican Museums in Rome, Italy is worth it? Let us know in the comments. To Nancy and I, the Vatican Museums is a must-visit destination, even if only in Rome for a short time. With its incredible art, fascinating history, and unexpected surprises, it is an experience that will stay with you long after you leave, as it has for Nancy and I. Don't forget, if you missed it earlier, you can click right here to part 1 of this 2-part series. So go ahead and do that right now. Or you can click this other link to another adults travel adventure. Thanks very much for watching and liking this video. We'll see you next time.